Welcome to Story Ideas on the Fly, where we take a random story idea out of a hat and try to develop it into a story. What do we have today?
You see the things these boys do before the camera starts rolling to get me laughing. All right. Vampire roommate.
Okay, do we want to go
Oh.
with a slice of life with this one? That's what it's kind of screaming to me.
Yeah, roommates definitely.
I
Sure.
like slice of lives if they get exciting and interesting, though.
Yes.
I don't want them to stay too slice of life for too long.
Oh yeah. Well, this thing seems to have this whole natural thing of, first off, what kind of vampire? Because there's multiple levels of vampire. You have you have everything from true vampires to Twilight vampires, and there's
Not Twilight vampires. I like my vampires to have weaknesses.
exactly.
Okay.
But it's a little hard to bluff being a human when you literally disintegrate in the sunlight. So that's why I'm asking.
Just claim that
Okay.
you're a night owl.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe
run the night
it's
shift.
not a bluff. Maybe this is a school, where vampires are welcome.
Oh, Twin
then-
Peak Academy.
Well, there's lots of.
Would work, although I feel like it would be a little more fun if it was something. It would have some more fun shenanigans if he was actually trying to hide that his roommate's a vampire.
Okay, so this
True.
guy lives in a
Or
has a
she.
roommate.
It
Okay.
could be a girl, and the vampire is a girl, and the vampire is like one of the most popular girls in the school, and everyone thinks she's so great, and then she's really a vampire, and the roommate is saying, no, 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 guys, no, don't stop asking her out. You know what happened to her last boyfriend? Oh gosh, you could do a kind of horror with this.
Yeah.
Let's not go that direction.
So I was thinking more of the but I think it would be funny. You have two roommates. One of them's human. The other one's a vampire. Can't go out in the sunlight, so it has a very active nightlife though.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to a bunch of clubs and stuff.
You should totally make the human and morning person. That way they get on each other's nerves maximally.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So actually, why don't we give this vampire a job working someplace that would be
Some
open
night
at night,
shift.
some night shift
A night
job.
shift.
Graveyard
You could
shift.
totally give them
Really?
the
I sleep in the
graveyard
graveyard.
shifts.
I used to sleep in the graveyard.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
He could be night security or something.
Yeah.
That could work.
Especially if you do the whole
Really easy.
vampires have superpowers type thing, because most versions of vampires are superhuman.
Usually.
Ooh, and here's where we go. My vampire roommate. So we've got. It sounds though that since it's the vampire roommate, it sounds like your main guy here should be the hero, the
Mhm.
protagonist
Yeah.
in some way. But
Yeah.
let's make this vampire a night security guard. We can come up with the company, and then something stumbles into some plot. So
Okay.
it kind of comes into, instead of just a bit of a slice of life, and he's uncovered something. Someone came in and tried to rob the company, and
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so two things that kind of just popped into my mind.
okay.
One was, it said that the roommate was a vampire. It did not say what the main character was, so we could do something like make it so that he's like, I don't know, a werewolf or something.
That would
Something
actually be
extra chaos.
hilarious.
Another thing that I thought would be funny is you could also have it so that this vampire is trying to uncover this stuff possibly related to vampires, and so he's trying to keep it on the down low and make sure nobody finds out about it. And then his roommate is just kind of at first vibing through it, going, yeah, okay, yeah, you're still trying to figure this out. And then eventually it just goes, dude, why don't you try this? Wait, you know I'm a vampire? Yes, it's obvious. Why don't you try this? There's
That
this
could actually
thing
be
called
very
the
funny.
internet. Use it.
So
That could be funny.
Ooh.
okay.
Okay,
be
okay,
funny.
so you have a vampire who does night shift security at a big company, something, and one day, another vampire actually came in and attacked someone on the property, and he wasn't fully able to stop him because the guy was also a vampire. And
Mhm.
so he's having to
Maybe he kept him from killing the person, but didn't keep the attack from happening, or the vampire got away, or the vampire attacked the person but didn't, you know,
fully kill him.
or stole something, but the guy
And he
protected
chased him
the-
away, but
The
wasn't
roommate
able.
protected the people.
But now his job's kind of getting all hectic, and it's particularly hard for him because he can't answer emails during the day because that's not only when he sleeps, he has a vampire death threat during the day.
Depending, some versions vampires don't sleep at all, but
Okay, yeah.
which case he could
there's
do all
two
his
main
homework,
versions.
but then
There's
he'd have to
one
do
is
his-
where they death rest during the day, where it's like like full on they're dead during the day type thing, and the other one is that they just don't sleep at all but can't go out during the day.
yeah.
You could do either one.
I kind of
Anyway,
like death rest.
but
Okay.
his roommate is a werewolf who actually is part of a werewolf clan that hunts vampires.
Okay, yeah, but then you're kind of getting Twilighty to me.
Except
There's
without
no girl.
There's no girl.
They're
in
not
here.
fighting over a girl.
Well, yeah,
You
okay,
could
it's
have
true.
a girl
I mean, I have
involved.
done
You
vampire.
could have a girl
and-
involved, but they're not fighting
Okay,
over her.
I have done vampire and werewolf team, and it's been nothing like, you know.
Twilight. So
Yeah,
I mean, it can
nothing like
happen.
Yeah, saying this is
Nothing
like
at all.
Twilight is like
Nothing.
saying that My Hero Academia is like Superman.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So-
what would you do with the werewolf then?
Well,
Or he could just be a vampire hunter.
ooh, a vampire hunter.
Um,
And so he is
But
actually.
he could kind of be like, yeah, this guy's definitely a vampire, but you know, doesn't look like he hurts people, so
Or, well, you could have a whole thing
he
where.
gets his blood from donations. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm off duty. I don't need to. I took leave of absence. I don't have to, you know, for school. I'm not actually under any obligation to kill this guy.
I'm off duty. Just here's my beat. Don't walk it when I'm on duty. Don't come around. Yeah.
There you go.
No,
Okay,
I
I
like
like
vampire
the-
hunter.
That could
I-
actually be kind of fun.
I like are vampires common in this world? Are they known?
Well, it's
Probably not.
not. Well, usually vampires. It depends on the world, obviously.
Well, we get
But
to create it however we want.
Usually,
It's
don't
all
have
true.
a huge number of vampires.
Because if you have too many vampires, is the problem of too many vampires, the vampires take over humanity, and now humanity's all enslaved to vampires.
Well, yeah,
We're
vampire.
all dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all dead, and then the vampires die because they need
Right.
eat humans.
Right. So they can have little people farm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this doesn't sound like the world where you'd have a
I
people
know,
farm.
I know.
So
Yeah,
No.
this seems like one of those
Okay.
subtle worlds where you do have monsters of the night, but they're
Okay.
kind
And
of
there
out
might
of the
be
public's
humans
eyes.
who are
At
aware
least.
Okay.
of them, but most people don't believe in them or don't worry about them.
I would like to see not just make this there's vampires attacking at this place, because one of the things that's going to make this interesting and a little different is seeing how does this vampire navigate the world, because most of the damn vampires are staying away. Most of the vampires live outside of society and just come in to feed, but he is going to uncover some plots in the human world and have to try to expose what's going on with this company, protect this company, defeat the bad
Mhm.
guys because he wants to
Let's
protect.
say this is a buddy cop duo.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
I mean, not literally. 'Cause,
Not literally, like they're not cops.
But yeah,
But you
we're
have
to-
the vampire and the
together out.
vampire hunter going in kind of an almost buddy cop story where
Yeah.
they go in together, fix
Do a bit of a bromance. We're friends. We, I got your
That's
back.
bad.
Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
That could be fun.
and have
Okay,
them
if
go
we're doing a
through and
bromance,
fix-
should we at some point have them give each other therapy by punching each other in the face?
Shonen
You
therapy?
could. Yeah, and they are a vampire and a vampire hunter, so it could come up.
We do need a girl in this, but that's really easy. The
I don't think
protagonist
you're going to
gets a
compete
girl.
for the
No.
same girls,
No.
though,
we're not competing
because
for the same girl.
I think your vampire is going to be interested in vampire girls. And,
Actually, I think they'd be great. I just want to see one of them, the vampire be the vampire hunter's wingman.
oh,
that would
Yes.
be so cute.
and just to throw
Mm.
something in here, I think you have to give the werewolf obviously has a propensity towards I love dogs,
Mm-hmm.
so the vampire has to love cats. Just
you could
a little
do that.
touch.
Like how he said he wasn't a werewolf, he was a vampire hunter.
Oh, he's a vampire hunter. He's human.
No,
you could
the
throw
girl
a
could
werewolf
we
in
could
there.
throw a girl werewolf in there who likes dogs.
That could be cute.
Here we go.
I like the vampire liking cats though.
Interest.
Yes. Okay.
Because werewolves only the immortal-like vampires don't have a lot of the same problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dating is a little bit easier.
Oh, so if you make the love interest, you'll like this. If you make the love interest a female werewolf, then the guy and his dog can both compete for it.
No. 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 No.
No, but here's
No. No. No.
okay. We said that. You know what? I still think though it would be hilarious if you go in and have the vampire guys like, oh yeah, I fill with girls all the time. It's one of those reliable sources of blood. Is used to do someone knock him out and then drink him in the slaving type thing. And so I was like, yeah, I know all about girls. I can totally help you with this. And be just having a vampire wingman.
Well, it could be fun too because what do vampire? You know, because
Because vampires
generally you
have
associate vampires with being much more posh and refined, and so he could be sitting there talking about ways to impress a girl. You know, you
But
take her
also
to
the other thing is
fancy
vampires
places.
tend to in general be much more
Mhm.
interested in flings than actual romances because
Yes.
usually when a vampire is trying to romance a girl, he's not
to get
trying
blood?
he's not trying to get a long-term romance, he's trying to get blood.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
So,
I think it would be funny.
But it could be funny because your werewolf girl could be a totally different and more
Country girl.
Yeah, or the I
Redneck.
want to date to the fancy
Right.
stuff. I want to
right. So
Let's go top log.
Let's
Okay.
go dirt biking together.
this sounds fun, but let's get to plot.
Right. Plot.
Okay, we need a villain.
Villain.
We need a villain. Obviously you can throw vampires in here as villains.
Yeah.
But I would like to see, instead of just a standard, here's our vampire villains, have him uncover something, and those people could be working with the vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And so that this company is somehow doing something dirty, and which is why someone's trying to rob them because they're involved in this thing and going, hey, we can undercut whatever. And
could
then
be
the
interesting.
vampires involved in it.
It could be interesting if there's a vampire hunter actually feeding information to these vampires or something, because that would help pull your main character in it more. If he had to come in and say, wait a second, something's fishy here.
Well, one thing you could have is you could have a company be a front for a group of vampires who are trying to basically get a reliable source of blood type thing. So almost a human trafficking ring type thing if you wanted to get a little dark about it.
That sounds
Yeah.
way more fun.
Okay. But all right.
All
So
right.
what we're doing, you're like, now it's getting creepy. I'll do it. Right. I'll write it. Okay.
Yeah. So you
Realize
have
for the last weekly challenge, I made a guy who was.
okay.
I made a pacifist have to kill millions, right?
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
okay,
lovely
they know
thoughts,
what
right?
weekly challenges are. So back on topic. Okay. So
Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah, I like the idea of like having a group of vampires running this company,
Mm-hmm.
or being the board of directors of the company, and yeah, have it be a front for human trafficking or something, just so that they can get more humans. Because
Yeah.
vampires like
Making
blood.
humans
yeah, so they're
disappear.
trafficking them for blood.
Could they have some ins with the law enforcement in the area, which is
Oh,
why
yeah.
the vampire
Easy.
and his roommate have to be the ones to uncover this, because the police of the area or chief
In
of
fact,
police
there could be
is-
an almost philosophy among the vampire hunters of never go to the police, because they know that in most places vampires will get police on their side and bribe officials, mayors, anyone they can.
they have connections so that people don't ask too many questions when certain people go missing.
Exactly, and so because of that, vampire hunters could almost have a philosophy of you don't involve the cops, you don't involve too many high ups with this, because that gives the
What
advantage to the
if
vampires.
you have vampires who are actually working for some corrupt politicians, or something, or
Mhm.
and actually being their hitmen.
Oh,
I don't want this, person who's, got this person has information that could put me in jail. We need an accident to happen.
I like it being a mutually beneficial relationship.
yeah.
Well, it is, because if you send the
now the
vampires
vampires
to
get
kill the
free
people, they
food.
get food.
Free food with
I'd
no
say-
consequences.
Right.
I'd say it's a little,
Yeah, but-
probably be a little more of, if you've got someone that you want dead, we'll take care of it for you. But when you start noticing some people disappearing and suspect
Right.
it might be me, don't look into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vampires
Yeah.
are usually vampires are usually the top of the food chain wherever they can be. That vampires are
Mhm.
probably the single creature of the night most well known for being politicians.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all of
Actually,
them,
there's-
but most
Although
versions.
if you're
Actually,
vampire
there are probably
hunters are
several
strong
politicians
enough.
in this world who are vampires.
Yeah.
have
Easily.
that.
And
Okay.
so, and I think, especially if we don't want to involve cops or people with it, I think we want to make sure that the politicians are like right below the vampires type
You
thing.
could, though, have a character who is like some guy on the police force that's going, yeah, I'm not supposed to give you this information, but here it is, you know?
Oh, I actually like that idea.
That
you
is a
know,
good
give 'em
idea.
a little into the
Yeah.
police insight because somebody's going, yeah, we're
You're
supposed
like,
to keep
I would love to tell you this, but I can't.
Right.
Oh, kind of like Mr. Incredible
Yeah.
in the scene in the company.
Or I am.
All right,
not-
I
I am
definitely
officially
cannot
not
tell
telling you
you
this.
that you to do this, and you should definitely, and I do not advise finding whatever form.
Yes.
That's to help, but there's nothing I can do.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I know you're upset. Pretend to be upset.
Exactly.
Right.
You could have someone like that. That would be very fun.
Yes.
So, okay. So
Mhm.
I think in this case, if we're going to go this way, then, your big bad fight at the end probably is against the vampire,
Yeah.
Probably.
because that's got somebody equal
Which would be
matched.
fun.
For
Well,
the
your
vampire
hero's the
hunter.
vampire hunter,
so
so
he
it
has to
makes
face,
sense if
so
he
your
faces
big
down a
bad
vampire.
villain at the end is going to be a vampire.
But he does it
working
with his
with
Or you
bro.
can have it so that the vampire ends up facing the big bad vampire in charge of things, and then the vampire hunter takes on like 5 underling vampires.
Now you
Or
have
they
to have
could
your
go,
vampire. You
or
gotta
they could
make
work together.
if you really want to make it something the reader wants, you've got to kind of make it personal, so that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you want to see this hero take down this villain.
Mhm.
Not just I'm fighting. You don't want to just see your hero have a good fight at the end. You want to see something where you really want to see that hero. He's got to take him down. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got love interest, plot, villain, hero. I think we got it. Lots of cute little touches you could put in.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mm.
who would write this one?
I could.
It is interesting. I could
see, right?
write this one, but it's interesting if girls and guys write vampire stories. They come out very differently because this would all be with the guys, vampire hunters and slay the beast and all this stuff. And if we write it, there's going to be a love story.
No, I'd make it a buddy cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we agreed on. Buddy cops.
Yeah.
Copping still a love story in it.
The vampire could get
Yes, but it's not a romance.
No, it's not a romance.
No.
I wrote a romance once just to write a romance. That was my romance.
Yeah,
There
that was
you
probably my least favorite of your books. As I'm a guy.
Right, because you're a guy. But, which is fine.
You are?
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so we will.
But what do you think? Would you what touches can you think that would go well in this story? Let us know.
Yep, and we'd love to have more prompts for our hat. We'll see you next time.